Okay, so you're lazy. I am lazy as well. Don't tell anyone. In this video, I'm going to give you practical tips on how to stop being lazy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Zainab and I share tips on self-improvement to help you level up and improve your life without compromising your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first tip I have for you is to have a clear goal. Know what you want and why it matters. Don't be among the people that they have goals but they don't know why it matters, because that way you will never know the importance of the goal and you will never be serious with that goal. Tip 2, take baby steps. Taking baby steps is actually good because you're actually training yourself, training your mind, training your body. For example, you want to have muscle, you want to have toned body, you want to just have a body of a gym body, right? You start slow. You cannot just start the gym at day one and you start doing all those hard work all those guys does on Instagram. You start from somewhere. Probably you're walking on a treadmill. You just start from somewhere. That's what I'm saying. What can I do towards this goal? Even if it is just something little, okay? I'll just take a walk in the park for 30 minutes every day. That's okay. I will just stop eating once it's 8 p.m. That's okay. That's another baby step towards your goal, if your goal is to be healthy or to lose weight. The third tip I have for you is to do the important stuff first. Prioritize what needs to be done as soon as possible, like ASAP. Do not leave the important stuffs for last. Am I even saying this correctly? Just don't do what are not important first. Make sure you go on with the important task first, so that you know that at least you've done something really important that day. And if you're not able to do the rest, it's fine. Make a schedule. See, if you really want to have a productive day, you have to have a schedule. You have to have, okay, see, let me tell you a secret of mine, right? I usually think I do not need a schedule, this and that. I wake up, I just go with the flow, right? But let me tell you something. The moment I started having a schedule, the moment I literally give myself 9 a.m., you should be done by this. I have other priorities, right? 10 a.m., you should be done with the home, with everything, probably the cleaning. Right now, I'm not working. Giving myself that schedule. 10 a.m., you're done with everything. You're done and you should be free. 10 to 12 is when I have to film my videos, to do other things, to edit my videos, to make my thumbnails. You see, once it's 12:30, Dhuhr, we pray Dhuhr, daughter comes from school. And you see, when daughter is back from school, you know that there will be no time to do other things, right? Making video will not be easy at that time. So you have to just schedule your day. Set a timer. You see this setting of a timer, I started using it when I wanted to wash my face. This skincare tip, like wash your face for 60 seconds and all of that. So if you want to be more focused, you have to work in short bursts to stay focused, to stay energized. One time I visited a friend, a sister. Her phone was ringing, like alarm was ringing. I noticed, like, okay, alarm rang again. Then I was like, why is the alarm ringing? It was around like kind of 9 to 10-ish p.m. And she was like, okay, I set this alarm for Suratul Mulk. I set this alarm for Afkar, I think. That was so wonderful. That was a brilliant idea, actually. For those of us that we always forget to recite Suratul Mulk. And when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I didn't recite Suratul Mulk last night. Doing that will make everything easier for you. I just made a template for myself. I actually made a template from scratch for myself, and I labeled everything: Suratul Mulk, Afkar, your skincare, do this and this and this. So when I'm done that night, I'll just go and tick it. It has date and everything. Setting a timer or some form of accountability snapback is very crucial. Delete distractions. Do I really need to talk more on this? Turn off your notifications and focus on things you have at hand. You want to do something that requires your focus. You want to write a book, you want to write a paper, you want to do something, you want to work on the assignment. Turn off your damn phone. Or what I do is that sometimes if I know I really want to be busy, I have to edit on my laptop or on my iPad, I take my phone, put it in my closet and just, I lower the volume and put it in my closet, like underneath clothes. I just don't want to be distracted. And once I know that, okay, I need to start sleeping at this time, but my phone will always be an hindrance, will always be the antagonizer in my sleep relationship, right? I'm just going to turn it off and put it somewhere far. iPhone now, even if you set alarm and your phone is turned off, it will still ring. So that is what helps me to wake most of the time, wake early. So I put it far away from me and all the alarm will still ring that way. Find your groove. I know you have watched a lot of videos that say, okay, this is how your perfect morning routine should be. Wake up in the morning, take a walk, have your morning coffee. What again? Take a walk. When you're back, you exercise. When you're doing, you read. Some of these things doesn't even work for us, right? I have tried a lot of things, like a lot of tips out there on the net, especially on YouTube. When you find someone that is relatable and you find their routine very easy for them, like they're just doing it effortlessly, you would want to try the same, right? I tried, but it's not working. You see that morning workout? La, I don't work out in the morning anymore. This is working for me. I shift my workout session to the evening, right? Instead I work in the park or I do it at home. In the evening, I find myself having better sleep when I work out in the evening. Okay, when I work out in the evening, I sleep like a baby. My body just feels relaxed. But when I do it in the morning, I don't know. I just can't get my head wrapped around working out in the morning. I've tried it several times. It's not working at all for me, right? You find things that works. Find your groove. If you know that working out in the morning will set you in the mood and your productivity level will be top notch, my dear, just go with it. But me, I know that even without working out, I know things that I will do. Okay, if I don't eat the family breakfast, I know that, okay, I'm going to be productive that day. Because eating heavy breakfast, eating like rice in the morning will just make me slow, feeling sleepy. And I know what I do. I know what I eat. I know how I go around my day to be able to be productive during those 2 hours. You see those 2 hours from 10 to 12 or to 1? Just find your groove. Find something that will make you or that will put you in the mood. If you know that listening to motivation podcasts will set you in the mood, why not just go for it? Motivation is different from discipline, but that's not what we're talking about in this video, right? So find your groove. The next tip is treat yourself. You know how I said I mark my template and I said good job, like I literally write good job there with exclamation mark, 3 exclamation marks. Just treat yourself. I'm not saying if you just go and buy something and start treating yourself. No, all those little things are actually very good, right? You just say good words to yourself whenever you find yourself doing the things that you have set yourself to do. It's actually very, what would I say, this feeling, you have this happy feeling like I'm proud of myself. That's the word. Create an inspiring space. Surround yourself with things that motivate you, things that inspires you. For example, if you know that you are someone of words of affirmation, surround yourself with words of affirmation from the Quran. Just any one words of affirmation. You can use it, write it on those sticky notes, paste it on your corner in your office. Just do something creative with it. Surround yourself with things that would inspire you, things that will motivate you. Imagine you having all that on your wall and you want to work on a day that is like, oh, you're lethargic, you're feeling slow, right? And getting there, just looking at it, you're like, yalla, let's go, Zainab. Let's just go. So all these things will motivate you and will inspire you. The next one is to declutter. Do you know that a clean space equals to a clear mind? There is one thing, like one rule, like one unspoken rule in our house, right? We cannot work in a dirty space. The house tends to be rough, not like dirty, like rough, toys around everywhere. So if these things are like that, most of the times, your mind, it will be like there's some fog in your mind just because the space is not like clear, clean. Just give space. Let everywhere be fine, be okay. Let it look very pleasing, right? Just try this method. If you find yourself lazy, like you don't want to do that thing, you're procrastinating, you are tired, first declutter. I declutter my table, I clean. I just make way, let everything look organized, and that way your brain will be clear and will be ready to work. I hope you find all these tips of mine helpful. If you are a friend or that's also lazy, I hope we can get out of this rut and start working on our goals, because the only thing stopping you from achieving your goals is you. And At the end of the day, we don't want to end up beating ourselves in 5 years' time that why didn't you do this? Why didn't you embark on this journey? Why were you so lazy? Right? Till I see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fi amanillah.